So let's first start off with the player that I thought just absolutely dominated and took women's basketball by storm yesterday, and her name is Hannah Stuelke, y'all. Hannah Stuelke from Iowa. Yesterday Iowa played Penn State. This game was in Iowa City at home, and Hannah Stuelke put on a clinic. Hannah Stuelke really put on a clinic. She made history yesterday. She made history because she is the second highest scoring Iowa Hawkeye ever in history. Yeah, yeah, you did hear me right. She had 47 points, 47 in the game against Penn State. And she was balling. She was balling because she was a player who ran the floor. I got a video clip of some of her highlights that I would love to go through. But y'all, if y'all watched that game yesterday, let me know what y'all thought of Hannah Hidalgo, because she was on fire. She was absolutely on fire yesterday. Like, here's um you know some clips of her. Like, she was running the floor, she was drawing fouls, um getting to the free throw line, and you just couldn't stop her. She had 13 fouls drawn against her. She was 13 of 21 from the free throw line. She was 17 of 20 for field goals. 17 of 20, y'all. 17 of 20. Like, the efficiency for her was just out of this world. And this is something that Hannah Stuelke can do. This is something that she can do. She also didn't just score. She had 9 rebounds as well. And Hannah Stuelke is a player who can run the court. She is able to get in passing lanes, so that way it makes it easier for in this case, yesterday, Caitlin to pass her the ball. And she's getting after it. She's getting after it. And I saw a fire in her yesterday. I saw a fire in her that I hadn't really seen. To be quite honest with you, I had not seen the fire in her. Like, she was like, yeah, yeah. Like, and I was like, wow, let's go, Hannah, let's go. Because I feel like she's just sort of like, yeah, she does her thing, but like, she sort of like takes a backseat role of sorts. And I just saw something different from her yesterday. So I would have loved if she would have gotten that 50 points yesterday. She was close to it. They had her in, like, basically when the game was over. And I was like, give the ball to Hannah, get the ball to Hannah, because I really wanted her to get a 50 piece. I really did. I really, really did. But y'all, shout out to Hannah. Hannah, why do I keep saying Hannah Hidalgo? Hannah Stuelke. If Hannah Stuelke, if we're able to continue to see this version of Hannah Stuelke, which I am a believer, I think we will, this Iowa team is dangerous. This Iowa team is absolutely dangerous going forward, because you had Hannah Stuelke balling out with 47 points, 9 rebounds, great numbers, great numbers. And she stayed out of foul trouble, which was also very important. Her efficiency was 24, y'all. 24 efficiency. You also, not only did you have Hannah Stuelke, you also had Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark had 15 assists, and quite a few of them were to Hannah Stuelke. Hannah Stuelke was just on fire, and Caitlin was like, I'm gonna feed you. I'm gonna keep feeding you. I'm gonna keep feeding you. I'm gonna keep feeding you. According to the stat sheet, she had 15 assists. Caitlin Clark, she also had an efficiency of 24, which was just amazing. Caitlin Clark was 8 of 23 from the field. She finished with 27 points total. And yeah, she's continuing to ball. She is continuing to ball. Yeah. And then also, so we had a trifecta yesterday. We had Hannah Stuelke, we had Caitlin Clark, and y'all, we had Kate Martin. Kate Martin is one of those players that, you know, Kate Martin is one of those players that just sort of does all the little things to get this team, making some stuff happen. She can crash the boards. She can because Kate Martin had 16 assists, 16 rebounds yesterday. 16 rebounds. Yeah. 16 rebounds for Kate Martin. She had 16 points as well. So 16 of 16. In terms of efficiency, she was pretty efficient. She was 4 of 6 from the field. She also had a very high efficiency of 25. Like, this team, when you have Hannah, Caitlin, and Kate Martin clicking on all cylinders, yes, Penn State is not the best team in the world. However, this Iowa team looks good. This Iowa team looks very, very good. And yes, Penn State doesn't have the best post players. And so that for sure is a thing. But y'all, I mean, yeah. They look good. They look very, very good. And overall, I thought Gabbie Marshall had a good game as well. Yeah. Let me know, y'all. Let me know what y'all think of this Iowa Hawkeye team, because they looked pretty good. They looked pretty good. Led by the amazing Hannah Stuelke. Yeah, y'all. For those who didn't know, this is Hannah Stuelke is now in the record books for Iowa women's basketball. She is number 2 all time in scoring, in single game scoring for Iowa. For those who are interested, as well, Caitlin Clark is only 39 points away from becoming the all-time leading scorer in NCAA history. So that is a thing also. So Caitlin Clark's close to hitting that record. She might hit it in the next game. Who knows? She may have over 40 points in the next game. But y'all, yeah, Hannah Stuelke is for real. Bree Wayne says that girl got speed for a post player. She was sprinting rim to rim. Yeah, because she ran, I believe it was either track or cross country. She ran either track or cross country when she was in high school. So Hannah Stuelke can run. She can absolutely run. Absolutely run. Yeah, so this team looks really good. Yes, Michaela says, how about Sydney Affolter with the defense on Ashley Owusu and the way she goes for the boards? Yeah, Sydney Affolter is good too. Like, yeah. So here's the thing. You got Hannah, Caitlin, Kate Martin, Molly Davis, is out. Well, she's not out, but she barely played in that game. We'll likely see her play more in the future, because she really has been balling. You also have Sydney Affolter. Yes, Sydney Affolter had she had 9 points in that game and 10 rebounds, so almost a double for Sydney Affolter. You also have Feuerbach, who comes in and brings some solid minutes in there as well. Gabbie Marshall, can get you some buckets as well. She wasn't she's pretty efficient, not necessarily from the 3-point line, but in terms of her shooting overall, she was 2 of 5, and scored some buckets as well. So this team looks good. This Iowa team looks good. I'm just saying, y'all. Jasmine says Iowa is a good team, but when it comes to South Carolina this time, they have shooting and suffocating defense and size, so it would be tough for them to beat South Carolina. Yeah, I would agree with that. It would for sure be a battle. Elmira says Sydney Affolter for Big Ten six woman of the year. I mean, she's definitely in the running. Definitely in the running for it. She has been balling. Also, guys, if y'all can hit that like button, that would be super amazing. If we can get to 100 likes, we got 170 people in the chat right now. If we can get to 100 likes, that would be awesome. If you haven't hit that like button, please hit it. It helps more people find the channel. Thank you in advance. KRL says, I'm ready to see the Big Ten next year. It's going to get scary. Yeah. There's a lot of teams coming to the Big Ten next year. A lot of teams. And if you all want, let me know in the chat. But if you all want, we can actually do spend maybe next week's Friday stream talking specifically about the Big Ten and how different they're going to be next season, and sort of making some early, very, very way too early predictions on what the Big Ten will look like next year, because there's a lot of talent coming to the Big Ten next year. A lot of talent. Dwayne says Iowa is a solid Final Four contender. I would agree. I would agree. Absolutely. I would totally agree. Yeah, Elmira says Sydney played great too. Amazing defense. Facts. RC says, I'm joking about South Carolina. Count your days. Let's see. Dev says Kate does everything. She's amazing. She does. She really does. And Kate Martin just doesn't, she doesn't get much of any credit for it. But she's doing it. She's doing a great job. She really is. She really is doing a great job. Ronald says, nice to see Hannah step up as a sophomore and show she can be a dog. Iowa could show. Yeah. Hannah Stuelke is one of those players that I didn't expect a 47 piece from her. I didn't. And now that I got it, I'm like, okay. I'm convinced Hannah Stuelke is, like RC said, the present and the future of Iowa women's basketball. And it looks good, y'all. It looks good. It looks very good. So, shout out to Hannah Stuelke for doing her thing, y'all. And and just rocking it. And as Ronald said, y'all, Hannah Stuelke's only a sophomore. She is only a sophomore. Yes, this team will look very different next year because Kate Martin is a grad student. So I believe correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I believe that Kate Martin is in her last season of eligibility. Actually, let's actually do a quick fact check while we're talking, because I don't want to. So Kate Martin is in her 1, 2, 3, 4 in her 5th season in the NCAA. She is currently in her 5th season. So this Iowa team will look a lot different next year, but they do have Hannah Stuelke, and the future is promising for Iowa women's basketball. JB said, "Hey, Quita, late but made it. Welcome, JB. We just talking about some Hannah Stuelke and how she dominated yesterday with 47 points. Again, y'all, 47 points. It's amazing. It's amazing. Mark says, do you think Seattle will be champion caliber team if they get either Brink or Sedona Prince or Cardoso in the draft? I think that Seattle is very close to being a champion caliber team. If not, they're already there. Because they have some great talent. You have the big three, right? Nneka Ogwumike, Skylar Diggins-Smith, Jewel Lloyd. You have Ezzy Magmagor, who has been balling, and she's also been balling in the Olympics. The Olympic tournaments that's going on right now. She's been balling for her home country of Australia right now. you got some really good talent. I am not sure if Seattle really needs another post player or not. Like, I think they could do without a post player. They can, I don't know. But to answer your question, I think they're going to be, they're very close to being a champion caliber team. It's just how else they can sort of fill out their bench in the event of injuries. Shout out to Aubrey. Aubrey just gave a super chat. Thank you so much, Aubrey. I appreciate you. RC says Hannah must have told Caitlin, I'm coming for the record you're about to say. I mean, yeah. Maybe. Mark says, Quita, I never heard you talk about the Ohio State Buckeyes, the team that last beat Ohio State. What do you think of Ohio State? So Ohio State, I really like Ohio State. I think I feel like I've talked about Ohio State before. But I definitely probably should be talking about them more. Ohio State is a really good team. And the reason why is because you kind of have a great 1-2 punch, right? You have JC Sheldon, who baller, absolutely. And now you have the resurgence of Cody McMahon, had a phenomenal season last year. And I felt like at the beginning of this season, she was just sort of like, she hadn't really gotten into gear, I would say. But lately, yeah. Cody McMahon is serious. So yeah, y'all better watch out. You got Cody McMahon, you got JC Sheldon, you got Celeste Taylor. I think they're a really good team. In the Big Ten, to me, the top dogs are Iowa and Ohio State. Yes, Indiana is a very good team. Yes, they are a very good team. However, I don't think Indiana is in the same same grouping as Ohio State and Iowa. I think those two teams are going to be the teams that are sort of going to go at it when we get into Big Ten tournament play. But Ohio State is good. Ohio State is very good. So yeah, y'all, yeah, people better watch out when they playing Ohio State. Shout out to Aubrey for the super chat. Aubrey says, "Good evening, Quita. Sorry I'm late to the party." Well, it's all right. It's all right. Awesome people of the internet Friday hangout. It doesn't matter when you join. Doesn't matter. We just happy you here. It doesn't matter when you join. Michaela says Iowa lit a fire for Cody McMahon. Yeah, absolutely. Because before that Iowa game, it wasn't like Cody was bad at all. She was still very good, but she wasn't living up to her potential, in my opinion. And now we're seeing her ball, and I love to see it. Yeah, Ohio State's good. they're very, very, very good. So y'all better watch out. L Sautier too says, so Iowa will have Hannah next year. LOL. Come on. Yeah. Hannah's gonna be there. She's a sophomore, so she's gonna. I doubt she transfers. I feel like she's in a great position in Iowa. So, and also she's from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, which is like not even 10 to 15 minutes away from Iowa City. So like she's in a great position. I think she stays the whole time at Iowa. She's balling. Y'all will have her next year. Kate Martin is in her fifth season in the NCAA, so I believe that's it for her. Caitlin Clark is a 4-year senior, so this is like she's in a normal pathway. 22-year-old 4-year senior, for those who are confused, like if anyone's wondering. She has an option to come back for her COVID year if she wants, or she doesn't have to. But either way, it seems like Hannah Stuelke is going to be balling for years to come at Iowa. RC says Cody is a bull in a china shop. I always love that expression. I love that expression. Let's see. Tiffany said Cody balled out when they beat Iowa. She did. Yep. Okay, so there's some conversation about Seattle. Eloise, I think. Eloise Fee says, facts, I thought it would take years for the Storm to rebuild after Sui left. We have a problem. Liberty, we have a problem. America says Seattle has the pieces they need. They need time to marinate. New York is an example of that. Yeah. Yep. Arby with another super chat. Appreciate you. Arby says, love Ohio State's full court press. Yeah, they're very good. Let's see. M says, Quita, we need some motivation for Sunday's game. The UConn versus South Carolina game. We're gonna get into that one in just a bit. But there's lots of other games happening on Sunday, including the big game, the Super Bowl. So specifically, what game you talking about? What game you talking about, M? I assume you're talking about South Carolina versus Iowa. I mean, not versus Iowa. South Carolina versus UConn. I'm pretty sure you're talking about that, but please clarify. All right, y'all. So I did want to start off talking about Hannah Stuelke and what she did at Iowa yesterday. I thought it was remarkable what she did and just the sort of joy that I saw on her face, on her teammates' face. It was very, very special to watch. And like I just wanted that I just wanted that moment for Hannah Stuelke. Like, she deserves it. I think she's just a phenomenal player. She's fun to be around. She's so happy, and we saw her with a little bit of grit, with a little bit of edge, a little bit of toughness yesterday, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. So yeah, shout out again to Hannah Stuelke for just balling out, man. Just doing her thing and being her normal Hannah Stuelke self. I actually no, being more than normal. She was balling. Yeah.